thing is nobody says the thing about like the same thing about men.
The fact that you're getting older doesn't mean your beauty is going to diminish or anything. You grow into yourself and
a lady or a girl revealing sensitive parts of her body. Sensitive. He likes what Christ likes and dislikes whatever Christ dislikes.
You know, bombshell that is like before the they explain for this pastor, they look, you say air fire. Hey guys, this is actually the first time I'm doing a sit down and like discussing with a few people. I'm actually excited to do this, and I got people of, if I do say so myself, disparate opinions, right? Here we have Johnny, who is an event compare, he's a presenter and he's a comedian. Here we have Amina Lawal, who is the founder and pioneer of Girl Up UI. She was the president last year and she's involved in everything feminism. Here we have Shibumi, who is a writer, a content creator, and yes, a feminist. She's an executive of Girl Up UI last session. Here is Pastor Chooks, who is very strongly opinionated and has his beliefs and ideology rooted in the scripture. So the first thing we're discussing, why are your faces so strong? So I wanted to film in daylight. I don't know if it's bright enough. I should move my cap. My hair is very fine. How does my hair look, you guys? Anyway, very fine. So this is not even a question. It's just like I'm going to say what I experienced. I want you guys to tell me your opinions, right? So I was somewhere last week and like some guys were in the room and there was a fine girl's picture they were looking at and the phone was very round, yeah? And then somebody took the phone and said, maybe she go marry before she wash. What do you think about that?
If you don't go marry, why you advise her? I know if you say when they wash, for me, beauty is in the eyes of the builder. Another man's meat is another man's poison. So I don't know what in the person they talk.
Okay. What do you think the guy meant by that statement? Maybe she go marry before she wash.
Well, I think the guy feels that if she doesn't make hay while sunshine, she might be left behind.
exactly
What's
what's
like
left
if she
behind
doesn't
exactly.
get married on time, that
Is there a time frame or something?
And then you assume that everybody wants to get married.
Exactly.
Like, that's not everybody's like.
well, I'm just trying to understand what the guy meant. I'm not the guy, so I will not be speaking.
So is that
in
your
my-
opinion as well?
So
No, that's not my
So
opinion.
do you
So
okay?
what are
In
you
your
saying?
opinion now, do you think what he said was in order? Do you actually think
No,
there's
in my opinion,
just like you said there's a time frame? Do you
I
actually
didn't
think
say that.
like make
No, I
hay
was
while the
asking
sun
if there's a
shines?
time frame
Okay,
or
make hay
something
while the
that
sun.
was-
So what in this context? What do you think make hay while the sun shines?
What's the
means?
hay?
I was
Like,
thinking the guy meant that there's a time frame for the woman to or the lady to actually get married. Maybe if she's old or maybe guys will no longer get interest in her. That's not my opinion anyway.
So what is your opinion on this issue?
I do not think there's any specific time frame for maybe ladies to get married. That if you are past this age, you cannot marry anymore. I don't believe that.
What do you think?
I think everything is stupid. Everything is stupid. It makes no sense. It completely boils down to like men thinking that our entire purpose, not in what he said, what
Men.
the person said.
Yeah.
Like people, the society thinking that the entire purpose of a woman is to get married. What hay, what son, like what is the washing? Like she's still going to be beautiful. Women are always beautiful, so there's no like time frame for anything. Women are forever beautiful. Even at every age, the most gorgeous queens, they're just queens, big babes, killing it with the beauty, you know. I think the point is just like the guy, maybe he was trying to get his friends to laugh because I think guys say things sometimes, maybe he just wanted his friends to laugh. Maybe he has asked the girl out and she said no, so he's upset.
Do you talk the guys? Maybe they put.
I said the guy. I said the guy. I'm
Okay.
specifically about the guy.
No, I don't fear.
Do you think that I don't know, this might be a no-brainer, but do you think the society actually puts a time frame for women?
Of course, like
if
that's
you,
not
like
a-
that's even a popular thing.
Thing,
Even
yes.
if you see the movies that are even coming out, finding husband,
Yeah.
finding hobby. Like if you see how like the story that is trying like how the
Literally,
narrative is
we're
always
having
like
this
let's
conversation yesterday. Like the narrative,
like everything is just
all
like
romantic movies.
find husband, even if like okay, just like Smart Money Woman, it was a very great series here, but they just had to put the romantic storyline in it. It's like fine, we know that is what sells in this society because that is where we find ourselves, but it actually doesn't make any sense. And there's this thing with age and beauty. the fact that you're getting older doesn't mean your beauty is going to diminish or anything. You grow into yourself and you
Yeah.
love yourself into what you grow into. So
Or
I
like
don't
they
think there's anything like, oh, she's getting older,
Yeah,
she's going to
yeah.
wash. Like, what the hell
Or they
is she
give
going to
unnecessary
wash?
standards like, oh, if you don't look like Beyonce when you're 40.
Like, we're all different.
And funny
people.
thing is, nobody says the thing about like the same thing about men. Like you see
Do
a
you think they say
50-year-old
things
man
about
and
guys?
like, oh, sugar daddy vibe, sugar daddy
You think we
vibe.
say same things about guys?
Well, not as much as they do about women, actually. I think there might be some women who might prefer maybe a younger guy.
But that's a preference issue. It's not like everybody has preference. It's not like the entire like society saying that, oh, like it's like, oh, like right now I'm 22 and then we're having a conversation yesterday and we're just like, oh, maybe in 5 years time they'll start being like, oh, when is your wedding, when I get married? And it's like, that's not even a plan in my own life currently. Like that's not something I'm thinking about. It's like, when I get in the right job, all those things.
So before I move on from this particular instance, what challenge do you think women face with the issue of marriage coming up every time? And do you think men face that challenge also?
First of all, what I want to say about that is that it is our society, the tradition and the culture that we were born in has given that stereotype that once you are 20 something, they go to ask you, say, how far? Even your mother, when you are young, your mother will tell you that don't follow boy. But when you are getting to 26, 27, they will ask you, say, there's no boy in your life. Do you get? So I feel like that's where the problem started from, is lack of exposure.
From a religious point of view, is there anything backing up women getting married early?
Well, from the religious point of view, as you mentioned, there is no, as I said earlier, there is no particular time frame that, oh, according to scriptures, if women are not married at so age, then maybe they are doomed or they can't have the will of God in their lives anymore. No, there's nothing like that.
Don't be such a strong
My head was like bubbling. Like, that sounds like
You
one
know,
of
you know what I thought of? You know, like this, like that Game of Thrones thing. I give my voice was shame.
Like you're not married. Okay, let's move on. Since apparently in this instance everybody had almost the same opinion about like.
Which is weird because then why do people that have this opinion, this other
Exactly.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
well,
the guys you're with, when you see a girl's picture, what do you do?
Well, the guys that I roll with here, I roll with much older guys. Yeah, so their level of exposure is different. We can't be passing phone around to be talking about a woman.
I mean, this is just in one instance. This
And I'm
it's
instance goes across a lot of other like scenarios and everything. Anyway, we're moving on, guys. So the next I'm going to talk about is something just a bit away from this. So I was going through my Twitter timeline just yesterday, yeah, and I saw somebody ask a question. He said, "Will you date somebody who posts videos or pictures that are revealing? Like, would you date or be in a relationship with a girl that posts a lot of revealing things?" That was the
My
tweet.
pastor, he asked me.
I feel like there should be that preamble with the pastor.
No. I wouldn't.
Can I ask you a question?
No, you can't.
Do you like revealing pictures on Instagram?
He's a pastor, he can't.
Revealing pictures? No.
Okay.
So what are the
Like
pictures
maybe like a
like?
girl in a bikini or something. You know?
No.
Do you, not like
That's how you want to.
John, would you date somebody who posts a lot of revealing stuff?
Thank you very much for that question. It depends on revealing.
I mean, you know what revealing is.
Bro, at this point
break
that
it
we
down,
are,
break it down.
Like, do you mean like-
at this point
so
that
like-
we are revealing is
revealing is a
very
lot
low.
of
So let
Some
when
people revealing if their body show like this now revealing. Some people if this place show now revealing.
I mean revealing, like you mean,
just they talk, you say revealing.
so would you date somebody like that, or would you be in a relationship with somebody like that?
That's a tight corner. I don't know. Hold on. With the level of exposure that I am.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exposure seems to be the word.
Exactly, that's your catchphrase.
It depends on the people that you have met, where you have been to, things that you have done on a larger scale, apart from your comfort zone. That's what I understand by exposure. I can date. Look, see, exposure. It matters a lot. It does. They be saying the truth.
Okay.
Someone that is in Ibadan, someone that is in Lagos, exposure is different.
Oh my god, I'm from Ibadan, don't slander us.
I know Ibadan is not.
But I get what you mean. I actually get what you mean, but like,
So-
please don't slander us.
I support Ibadan. Anyway. I can date, but if she's taking it overboard.
What do
I mean, what do you mean by
overboard?
what?
What's
That's my
overboard?
question. So, what in your description is overboard?
What if
You know
when you
if
met her, she was like doing OnlyFans and stuff? And
I can't meet her if she's doing OnlyFans.
What do you mean you can't?
What's wrong with OnlyFans people?
I can't.
It's just a personal
It's
preference.
just OnlyFans. No.
Pastor Chooks. So, in your opinion, first of all, are you judgmental of people that post revealing stuff? By revealing, I mean like revealing, bombshell that is like before the.
You know, they explain for this pastor, they look, you say, air fire.
Burn in hell.
But are you judgmental of these people?
It's not being judgmental.
Okay.
Yeah, that won't be the word.
Okay.
Okay. If any man be in Christ is a new creature, whosoever is in Christ now has the life of Christ.
Okay.
So he only likes what Christ likes and dislikes whatever Christ dislikes. And how do you know what Christ likes? Revealed for us in scriptures. Now, a lady or a girl revealing sensitive parts of her body.
Sensitive. Sorry.
Oh, such a pastor.
No, sensitive is that's the right word. Because I would never think about sensitive. Sorry, please continue. Sensitive parts.
Sensitive parts of her body. To what end you want to ask? What's the motive behind that? Why were we clothed? Why were we given clothes? Wasn't it to cover our nakedness in the first place?
You're saying now that it depends on to what end.
It's not that it depends to what end. Like
You're
someone
just asking
doing
generally.
someone doing that, perhaps, well, the person may have ulterior motive. One, two, the person may not have ulterior motive, but that does not make a wrong right. Someone said, if eating meat will make my brother fall, I'd rather not eat meat. Apostle Paul said that. So she may not have the ulterior motive in quotes.
Okay.
But if that makes another person fall, leads to the, I don't want to say, July is the word doom. Doom, yeah, that is the consequence, destruction of sinners.
Okay, wait. Let me get you straight. So, if the person is just posting the picture, yeah, and maybe another person falls to their doom, then
The person is at fault.
She is at fault.
She will not be innocent.
But it's
Wow.
the person that
Like,
fell to their
why
doom.
can't you guard
She
yourself?
was, yeah, like that's
If you
sort
have
of
Christ
like
in
blaming
you,
you like for like doing things,
Exactly.
blaming her for doing.
Now, you just said if you have Christ
And
in
the
you,
person
in the
like
first place.
No, I'm
if-
talking about the other
The
party
other
that
party
are saying
that has
that
Christ in
oh,
you should
they
not
are
fall
falling
to
to
doom.
Now, okay, so that means
So, like,
those
she
that
should
don't have
be-
Christ and those that don't have Christ should just keep enjoying themselves.
No, like
without
personally,
just
if I
trying to
decide
follow
to
your
like
line
post
of,
like a revealing
thought.
picture and like someone that has Christ in them sees it, I don't know, they fall to their doom. That's not my business.
Well,
Because-
you won't say it's not your business.
But it's not for them.
But she
Their
just
own
posted
business
it,
is
like,
not my
what
own.
if it was
If
just
they
a random
use-
person was scrolling
Everybody
through his
has-
Twitter
everybody has their
timeline
own.
So you
or
mean that
something.
girls? So for example, you mean that someone on Instagram that maybe they're like
a
bikini
bikini model or something.
So like every person that has Christ in them that's falling into their doom is they are at fault for like the 1 million people.
Now,
that see that picture.
it's not that it's that person's fault alone.
But they
Of course,
have
the
they share
individual-
So it's
of course,
contributory.
they-
So at
the
that
God
point, when
gave
you
us
calculate
eyes.
all the
You know,
faults
there's
now, the
something
person
we
has
say.
like 1
There's
million
something we
faults.
say. The first look may be accidental, but the second look is never a mistake.
Okay, so like I just
So the
and I go to
person-
my explore page on Instagram like, oh my god.
God. And then you that you're just sitting down, me in my house,
But like,
that's
after I
how
said,
you
oh my God,
perform
I'm
like
like,
me and I don't know.
Now, for that person, let me bring it now. I'm not saying the person that fell had no blame. He cannot just throw the blame
Of
and
course he
say,
has
God, it's
blame.
not my fault.
No, of course he has blame.
Yes, of course.
I just don't think that it is the person taking the revealing picture should have any blame for that other person.
The person does have some.
No, you
The
have
person
to.
the person made himself or herself an object of temptation.
No.
Object of temptation, what is that?
The person did not make themselves an object of temptation.
I just want to post my picture.
Like,
Everybody, as I said earlier, we all have our audience.
Okay.
You as a pastor, people that are following on Instagram cannot be bikini models.
Okay.
Exactly. If you
So
decide
if you now find yourself in bikini model page, we will ask you, sir,
What
how
are
do you
you
reach
doing?
there?
straight, yes, you
What are
can't
you
say
doing?
that the
You
person
get?
had any fault.
So you
And like, why
to
you
me,
say the person is an object of
That's
temptation?
such a
So let's
strong
say
word.
like, oh, I go for a vacation now and like I take a picture at the beach and I post it. So that's it. I'm an object
let me
of.
ask,
So in your opinion, you will not date anybody that does that
No.
because they are, and anybody that does it is using
An
it
object
is an
of
object of temptation. Would you date any boy that goes about wearing briefs on the internet and just posting, showing everybody packs and chest and thighs and legs? Would you date somebody like that?
I don't think so.
Ah,
Right.
Not because the person is an object of, but I just don't
an
think
object
so.
of temptation.
Just my personal preference. Can't date anybody showing maybe their thighs, chest, or whatever on the internet. Like just personal preference.
I don't think I really care. Like if you're like as long as you're not naked, like if you're posting like revealing pictures.
I mean, if your boyfriend, can you date somebody that has an OnlyFans and you know what they do?
Definitely.
You don't
Like
mind.
I don't mind. I feel like if I know what I'm going into, like there just has to be like boundaries, knowing like what you're doing. I just need information. Like, but I think it's a personal preference thing. Like I don't really care. I mean, I walk around with you and you're always shirtless. So.
I mean, thank you guys for having this conversation with me. Is there anything you want to say, Jenny, before we end this episode?
I would not want to be an object of temptation.
Exactly.
You need somebody to do.
And you also won't be led to do
I dress it a lot. Now I realize that I have so much doom on me. Frankly, my dress is making me an object of temptation today, and I've carried doom from everybody.
According to the good pastor.
So many people's doom has fallen on me now, so I have to go and
Is there anything you like to say before we end the episode? I mean, you said everything. I mean, is there anything you like
Not
to
at
say?
all.
Is there anything you like to say before we end this episode? Remember when we talked about the guy watching marriage, revealing, doing exposure, everything.
Well, maybe to just one or two things about the marriage of the team
Okay.
and how to go about it. It's not about age. Once you are qualified biologically, mentally, financially, like once it's not, there's not a particular age to say, oh, you're ready for marriage or you are too old or you cannot get married anymore. And then for the other aspects, as I said, if eating meat will make my brother or my sister fall, I'd rather not eat
So you
meat.
go to shoplift.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you guys for watching this episode. If you did enjoy this conversation, please say something in the comments. If you did enjoy this conversation, say, what should they say now?
Object of temptation.
Oh my god! Say object of temptation or doom in the comment section if you did enjoy this video and you want more of this. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you, Amina. Thank you, Shibobi. Thank you, Pastor Tricks. It was so beautiful this episode. See you guys in my next video. Bye.
Please, I beg you in the name of whatever you believe in, do not be object of temptation to we that we are in Christ, that we have Jesus in us. Please.